Good morning, 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 good morning. All your wago. It's Friday, the start of the weekend. That's right, you're going to get some, I was going to say 2 days of rest, but the weekend is never about rest. And I only realize we don't rest on the weekend. It's just another work day, just working in a different environment. Lord, not that I think about it as stressed out, but nevertheless, let's give thanks to be in the land of the living. Good morning, everybody. Bless up your whole selves on this fantastic Friday. Thank you so much for tuning in to Good Morning Grenada. It is April 23rd, 2021. Happy to have you. Those of you joining us on the GBN Grenada Broadcasting Network's Facebook page, the GBN Production YouTube channel, the website www.gbn.gd, GBN TV channel 7, 11, and 20. Good morning to the listeners of Classic 105.5, 105.9, Hot 98.5, 98.7, and all the folks joining us on Party Grenada and Go to FET Facebook pages. To all our Caribbean brothers and sisters tuning in to Good Morning Grenada this morning, those of you in, let's see, Saba, coming through in the dance, St. Eustatius, coming through the dance, those of you in, let me see, Bonet, let me come closer to home, hailing up the folks in Dominica, and the fifth country that I would name this morning, you know I have to hail them up, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Good morning to you, La Soufre. I was starting to feel just a little bit positive until she erupted yesterday morning, but don't worry, I see some relief coming over the Himalayas. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. My thoughts or prayers are with you. Supplies continue to be shipped to you. Help continues to be on its way. It's getting to you, and I am grateful and happy that so far there have been no reports of fatalities coming out of La Soufre's eruption. So at least that's one positive thing coming out of it. Years from now, another positive would be enriched soil from the ash fall. So let's think of the positives as La Soufre continues to do her thing until she's ready to go back to sleep. Good morning, St. Vincent and the Grenadines. All right, and then I'm going to hail up all the other viewers tuning in across the rest of the world, whichever part of the world you are. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Hope you will have a good day, or having a good day, have had a good day. Bless up your whole selves. Let's start as usual with this morning's word of the day. This morning's word of the day is Bogart. Bogart. It's spelled B-O-G-A-R-T. Bogart. It's a verb which means to cause someone to do something by means of force or coercion, or to use the entirety of or consume without sharing. Bogart. The legendary film actor Humphrey Bogart was known for playing a range of tough characters in a series of films throughout the 1940s and 50s, including The Maltese Falcon, Casablanca, and The African Queen. The men he portrayed often possessed a cool, hardened exterior that occasionally let forth a suggestion of romantic or idealistic sentimentality. Bogart also had a unique method of smoking cigarettes in these pictures, letting the butt dangle from his mouth without removing it until it was almost entirely consumed. It is believed that this habit inspired the current meaning of the word Bogart, which was once limited to the phrase, "Don't Bogart that joint," as popularized by a song on the soundtrack to the film Easy Rider. Today, Bogart can be applied to hogging almost anything. The word of the day this morning, B-O-G-A-R-T, Bogart, a verb which means to cause someone to do something by means of force or coercion, or to use the entirety of or consume without sharing. Another word for hogging. An example of the use of the word: but back before screens Bogarted all our free times, and after dinner stroll was a popular activity. Another example of the use of the word, with Eliza bogarting clues and dancing a few steps ahead of him at every turn. That's the word of the day this morning, Bogart, B-O-G-A-R-T, a verb which means to cause someone to do something by means of force or coercion, or to consume something without sharing. A.K.A. hogging, A.K.A. you're greedy. Bogart, that's the word of the day. Let's see what's the thought of the day as you go about your Friday. And this morning's thought of the day is very simple. It's one of those thoughts that don't need explanation. The thought for today: the most important rule, love yourself. The most important rule, love yourself. That's it. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, and it's very profound. 2 simple words, but it goes a long way. Love yourself. Show yourself some extra love this weekend, whether it's quiet time with a book, with a TV, with sleeping, washing one less plate, whatever it is. Love yourself. Show yourself a little extra love this weekend. Sometimes we forget ourselves, and this is a good reminder that we all need to pay attention to self, pay attention to us, pay attention to me, pay attention to I. Love yourself. That's the thought of the day for today, for the weekend, a matter of fact. Show yourself some love. Remember yourself. Remember yourself. All right, let's see what's celebrated today, April 23rd, 2021. All right, today it is World Book Day. World Book Day. The United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization proposed World Book Day as a day of celebrating the joy of reading for your enjoyment. 100 countries across the world observe World Book Day. And why not? Children who regularly read for enjoyment have higher test scores, develop broader vocabulary, increased general knowledge and a better understanding of other cultures than their non-reading counterparts. So celebrate today and enjoy a book. It's World Book Day. I'm a reader, so I love that this day is actually recognized. Reading books just bring you into a new world, whether it's whatever kind of book you like, thriller, romantic, what other books there? That is thriller, that's on my mind. That's what I like to read. Whatever kind of books you do, the children, read them a little book tonight, extra book, not just one story, but 2, maybe 3. It's World Book Day. Celebrate. Sometimes you just need to tune out the world and just fall into the pages of a book. It's a good way to live sometimes. It's a good hobby. Reading is a good hobby. So celebrate World Book Day in whatever way that you want, whatever way that you can, whether it is starting a book, finishing a book that you've started months or maybe even years ago. Set up yourself on World Book Day. All right, and finally, before we go to the news, just a heads up in relation to Grenada's current COVID-19 statistics. According to information released as of yesterday, 4 p.m. yesterday, Grenada's COVID-19 dashboard shows 1 active COVID-19 case. That's 1 active COVID-19 case, and that case is imported and is currently in self-isolation. Since March 2020 to yesterday at 4 p.m., Grenada recorded 159 COVID-19 cases. 157 have recovered. We have recorded 1 death and there's 1 active case. Of the 159 cases, we've recorded 81 of them were imported. So far, 26,597 PCR tests have been conducted. There are 271 people in quarantine facilities. So far, 11,779 people have received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and 985 people have received their second dose. So that's the latest updates in relation to Grenada's COVID-19 status, the COVID-19 dashboard, as released by the Ministry of Health yesterday afternoon. 1 active COVID-19 cases. We still need to be on our guard. The airports are open, the borders are open. Those figures can change at any moment. So continue to be COVID-19 smart and do what you need to do to protect yourselves from this disease. Now let's get ready for the morning edition of news. For those of you on radio and those of you on our visual platforms, it's time for highlights of last evening's newscast. Good morning, Grenada, on a fantastic Friday. Coming up at 7:15 a.m. in the showroom, 4-time Groovy Monarch Dash will be in the building. Good morning, Grenada. We'll be right back.
Well, this life is so repetitive. I do the same thing yesterday. Well, it's bills and rent and tax and things out of our groceries. When the weekend come, I'm managing from it's my day. Somebody say yeah. Thank God it's Friday.
April April 22nd is recognized as Earth Day, celebrated around the world to pledge support for environmental protection. The year 2021 marks the 51st anniversary of the annual celebrations. To celebrate this day in Grenada, a group of organizations with a common goal assembled to discuss some of the issues affecting the island's environment. We hear the details from Rena Thomas.
As if signaling the importance of World Earth Day, La Soufrière volcano in neighboring St. Vincent and the Grenadines erupts once again on Thursday, April 22nd, as the world celebrates World Earth Day. The action of La Soufrière shows how unpredictable Mother Earth can be. World Earth Day is celebrated in Grenada and the rest of the world under the theme Restore Our Earth. It focuses on natural processes and emerging green technologies that can restore the world's ecosystems. In light of this, the interagency group of development organizations, along with other stakeholders, met on Thursday to discuss several issues that is presently affecting Grenada's wetland and environmental sites. Sandra Ferguson, a member of the group, explains.
It had to do with the Molyneux slide, the road slide. Then there was the Alexis-Welsh development, the massive destruction of the wetlands and the filling in of the pond. Then you had the Livera and the Mount Hartman. And people began to ask questions. Nobody had consulted them. They hadn't had a chance to have a say. And we know that public participation and involvement should be a critical aspect of the whole EIA process.
James Finley of the Willie Redhead Foundation, who also attended the event, says they are presently experiencing the battle of economic development and environmental safety.
We realize that there's a contest, existential contest between environmental values and economic values, and development related, and also the use of land and resources that we have. This is a contest that is going on, and sometimes that pits us against the objectives of government, and of course government has their constituency and their responsibilities, and we think that we have responsibility to point out certain things.
Meanwhile, in recognizing World Earth Day, the Livera Development Project, through a press release, reiterates its commitment to Grenada and its people to develop environmental protection measures that will not destroy or decimate the island's environment. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
Another major eruption of the La Soufrière volcano was recorded earlier today. For the latest news out of St. Vincent, we join Superintendent of Police assigned to Sidima, Sylvan McIntyre. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Good evening to everyone. Good evening to your viewers, your followers, your listeners. My pleasure.
It's always a pleasure to have you. So what can you tell us about the latest eruption, and what is the situation at present in terms of volcanic activity?
The latest eruption has just become one in another series of events occurring at the La Soufrière, and people are now becoming, what I can say, used to the new normal, in that the unpredictable events of the La Soufrière continues. Today we had an eruption just around 9 minutes after 11 o'clock. This one was not a major explosive eruption. However, it did spew ash plumes into the atmosphere. There is no report so far of lava or pyroclastic flow. It was too dangerous to have ventured out to investigate anything where that is concerned. It just goes to reiterate the uncertainty of the erupting volcano that can happen at any time. It is the thing, or one of the things that the scientists have warned about, that it is unpredictable and eruptions are expected, and they can be as explosive and as wide as the one on the 9th of April. And these are some things that we look for every day.
All right, and I assume that people over there, over the past few days, were engaged in cleaning up their homes and surroundings. With this latest eruption, it's back to square one. Is there a showing of frustration among the people?
Yeah, there's obviously a show of frustration and anxiety. I have spoken to some shelterees earlier on today, and they kind of are anxiously keen, wanting to go back to their homes, wanting to get out of shelter, wanting to get back life to normal. But it is just difficult. It's the saga that we continue to go through, that it is no close end through the tunnel. There's no real light at the end of the tunnel, because this can happen at any time. But as people become more frustrated, our challenge becomes greater to try to reassure them, try to ensure that they have food, water, the sleeping accommodation, the medical situations, they're all taken care of. But on the other hand, life is as normal in the city of Kingston. It is bustling at the port with relief items coming in, water and foodstuff and other hygiene and health supplies are coming in at the Kingston and at the other parks around St. Vincent.
And speaking of relief supplies, should there be a shift in priority items from water to other items based on the needs of the people?
As it is now, there will be a new needs list that will be coming through, but the government is encouraging food items, assorted items. As a matter of fact, there were some items that were in bulk, and they were just of one kind: rice and sugar. There was a considerable amount in that end, and the other things to balance the meals could not have been found. And the state has to find itself purchasing items to make up meals to support the almost 16,000 persons who are in shelters. So the situation is still very fluid, even if the water situation is back in many places, but it is also the dry season, and so storage of water is critical, and the ever-present ash within the atmosphere and around the homes of people, that continues to be a challenge. So the rain came over the last couple of days, which subsided, or which kept down the flow and the flow of the ash around different places. But that in itself was just very, very temporary, and people are hoping that the rain can come a bit more and that the volcano at least could stop erupting so that they can get back to normal life.
All right. As always, a special thank you to Superintendent Sylvan McIntyre for keeping us informed with the ongoings in St. Vincent. Thank you once again, sir.
Thank you, and good night.
Good night.
Okay.
As organizations around the world mobilize their networks to commemorate Earth Day on April 22nd, Sandals Foundation, the philanthropic arm of Sandals Resorts International, is intensifying its Caribbean conservation efforts by committing to plant 10,000 trees by June 2022. The effort forms part of a wider Caribbean tree planting project coordinated by the Caribbean Philanthropic Alliance in collaboration with Trees That Feed Foundation, the Clinton Global Initiative, and other partners to plant 1 million trees across 14 Caribbean countries by June next year. Over the last 12 years, the Sandals Foundation has engaged local schools, community groups, partners, team members, travel agents, and guests to plant more than 17,000 trees across the Caribbean. This intensified tree planting mission empowers even more persons to take action in line with this year's Earth Day theme to restore our Earth through the efforts of environmental partners in each of the 7 countries it currently operates. The Sandals Foundation will coordinate the planting of fruit trees, timber, and mangroves to protect the terrestrial and coastal zones of the islands. The Royal Grenada Police Force has contributed to the overall relief efforts of Grenada to St. Vincent and the Grenadines. On Wednesday, the RGPF handed over much-needed items to the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard. Trelana Charles has the details.
The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard arrived on the Caronage St. George's Wednesday morning aboard the Captain Hugh Mulzac patrol vessel to collect items donated by the members of the Royal Grenada Police Force. The RGPF gathered bottled water and other basic necessities, which will benefit the people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines as they continue to deal with the impact of the eruptions of the La Soufrière volcano. Corporal Kadina Douglas McLean, who is attached to the Community Relations Department, said this is the fulfillment of a promise made by the RGPF.
We indicated earlier this week that the RGPF will be doing its part in contributing to our brothers and sisters in St. Vincent, and today we have the St. Vincent Coast Guard. They are here to collect a quantity of supplies. Over 500 cases of bottled water was collected. These were contributed by members of the RGPF. We also have non-perishable food items and other personal effects that were gathered, that were contributed by members of the police force to assist our brothers and sisters in St. Vincent.
Corporal McLean said she is satisfied with the contributions of the members of the RGPF who made the humanitarian effort a success.
The support and the response from members of the RGPF was quite tremendous. It is overwhelming to see that members understand the plight of our colleagues and our fellow men in St. Vincent, and they have heeded to the call to assist, and they have done so generously from their own personal effects. The RGPF will continue with its efforts in whatever way we can. This is the first of many that may happen. Once the need arises, we will come back to our members. We will go to other persons or individuals and seek assistance where necessary for persons on St. Vincent.
Lieutenant Enos Hamlet from the St. Vincent and the Grenadines Coast Guard expressed his gratitude for the RGPF's donations. He said the supply of water received would help greatly with the water shortage being faced on the island.
As of now, water is critically important to us because most of the reservoirs have been covered with ash, and there have been a shortage of water supply for the past couple of days. So we are very much grateful for the assistance given to us here with this water supply. It would definitely go a long way for the folks in St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
On Thursday, 22nd April at around 11 a.m., another explosive eruption of the La Soufrière volcano was recorded. Reports from the UE Seismic Center say the south and neighboring islands will not be affected. Trelawna Charles, GBN News.
The newly elected executive members of the Public Workers Union are ready to fight for workers' rights, starting with the outstanding 4% salary increase owed to public workers by government. The members had their first press conference on Thursday after election in March 2021. Rena Pear-Thomas tells us more.
The executive members of the Public Workers Union, headed by President Brian Grimes, says that after writing to the government in March to set a date to meet and discuss the unpaid 4% salary increase owed to public workers from January 2021, they are still awaiting on answers from their employer on when they can resume discussions. They have again formally requested to meet with the government at the end of April to chart the way forward. The union's public relations officer, Daisy Hazard, says the behavior of government clearly shows a level of disregard for trade unions.
As we can make the conclusion that perhaps government does not care, government does not value its workers, the taxpayers pay money spent to support every month. Government has little consideration for unions, which is a pillar of our democracy. We are constitutionally enshrined. Government does not feel that they owe unions the respect to speak with us at the table. So we have written to them. We have checked our calendars, which they also have, and we've suggested some date. We have suggested very nicely to the government that we are willing to meet on Tuesday, 27th April, that's next week, and again on Tuesday, 29th April. We are open, we are able, we are available to meet.
Health and safety issues in the workplace and the outstanding 4% owed to public servants are just two of the many issues on the union's agenda to discuss with government. Vice President of the PWU, Beryl Ann Clarkson, spoke of some of their burning issues.
After doing some research, I would have found that there are policy documents, there are draft acts, and quite a number of things written on paper, stored electronically, those on shelves that speak to the conditions under which we are to perform our duties. Unfortunately, that's where it has stayed. As a result of this, during the next couple of months, with the support of these persons here present, we would be championing the cause and lobbying that the act that has been on the shelf will get off the shelf, get into the Parliament building at Mount Welldale, be passed and enacted.
President Brian Grimes explains that another subject that is close to his heart is that of contract employment.
Is decent work being on a 1-year contract? Is decent work being on a 2-year contract?
20 years.
For 20 years? Is that decent work for our Grenadian people? I want the general public to understand that public officers are Grenadians. I want the government to understand that we are Grenadians.
The match-elected team was speaking at their first media briefing on Thursday. For GBN News, I am Rena Thomas reporting.
While the urgency of the COVID-19 pandemic may have overshadowed other critical health issues in the region, it has also put a spotlight on others. These were highlighted during the ECCB's Digital Dialogue on Thursday. Thursday's episode of ECCB Digital Dialogues, hosted by Timothy N.J. Antwine, Governor of the ECCB, focused on the pandemic and healthcare. The dialogue explored pre-existing and emerging health priorities in the Caribbean region. Though COVID-19 took up precedence over the last year, there still remain other challenges and health risks in the region. Other health issues will remain a challenge long after the COVID-19 pandemic is over. Head of the Human and Social Division at the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States Commission, Dr. Colleen Radix, says no health system was prepared for the pandemic, but due to international news, regional systems were in a better position when the pandemic reached the Caribbean.
Things that we knew, we should have and could have been as a globe more prepared. But none of the health systems were prepared to deal with this pandemic. I think the advantage our health systems had in the region was first the fact that we were forewarned. The disease started on the other side of the world and it took its time to come to us. So we were able to see and learn from what was happening in other countries and to anticipate how it would come to us.
Founder of Earth Medic and Earth Nurse Foundation and former executive director of the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARFA, Dr. James Hospitalis, says regional priorities should be placed on two building blocks of a healthy economy.
I think our number one priority, sir, is to pause and to learn from this situation and see how the COVID pandemic is actually part of a bigger picture of the unraveling of creation, if you will. And then to act, to invest in human and social development, and to invest in a healthier planet and environment, because those are the two building blocks of your healthy economy. And work better together among ourselves in the region than we have ever worked before. We like to grumble and complain, but we don't know how to work together as well as we could and we need to. And second, make more noise at global level than we ever made before.
The ECCB Digital Dialogue serves as an avenue for stimulating public discourse and building regional solidarity in response to the threats and opportunities presented by the pandemic. Republic Bank continues to support initiatives to safeguard against the COVID-19 pandemic. Managing Director Mrs. Naomi Diali pledged the bank's financial support in the amount of $87,000 to Health Minister Nicholas Steele.
The donation made under the bank's social investment program, The Power to Make a Difference, PMED, will assist the ministry with its public education and awareness campaign as the country continues in its efforts to reduce the impact of the pandemic on the health and economic systems. In May 2020, Republic Bank contributed medical supplies valued at EC $108,594 to assist the ministry with relief efforts during the height of the pandemic. Commenting on this latest initiative, Managing Director Ms. Naomi Diali says, "We are pleased to support our people through collaboration like this to ensure a minimal impact on our citizens in the fight against COVID-19. The financial institutions state that they take their corporate responsibility seriously and are pleased to assist in safeguarding the well-being of all citizens. The latest act of philanthropy reiterates the bank's commitment under the PMAD program, which is founded on 4 main pillars: the power to learn, the power to help, the power to care, and the power to succeed, and directly aligns to the power to care. Responding to the gesture, Health Minister Nicholas Steele thanked the bank for its timely contribution. Christelina John, GBN News.
And now we turn our attention to what has been creating a buzz on social media. Trelana Charles has been looking around the platforms.
This is Social Buzz, where we shine a light on the thoughts and concerns of our online audience. Minister for Agriculture, Honorable Peter David, announced that legislation has already been drafted for the decriminalization of marijuana in Grenada and should be tabled in Parliament in June 2021.
We are going to discuss, have a national discussion on the small quantities. The proposals will come before several stakeholder organizations within the next couple of weeks, and we are going to discuss what has been done through the region, which is the decriminalization of small quantities of cannabis. Not legalization, decriminalization.
Tonight, our online and listening audience discuss if marijuana should be decriminalized in Grenada.
No for me in any case, because I had to deal with parents who going crazy with them with their children after they leave school and get crazy with marijuana.
I'll be eager to see what are the details that are built into it, because I don't want to be having to go walk in the road and guys are just smoking because they feel that it is not a criminal act. They can smoke, so I have no right myself to protect myself against the second-hand smoke and the other things.
The older people need to re-educate themselves on marijuana use. The negative stigma placed on it was done so unfairly. However, as with anything else, people must be responsible and strike a balance in the use and not abuse of it.
I for it 1,000%. For medical reasons, it's a natural herb, and a lot of countries in the world is legalizing marijuana and making millions of dollars from it.
Well is either or. We either put tobacco and alcohol on the criminalized list or we take marijuana off. Nonetheless, we must be aware that smoking anything is damaging to the lungs and could put extra strain on the health care system.
I am saying yes, but find a market, decriminalize it, legalize it, find a market for it.
I think it's a step in the right direction because other countries are making millions on marijuana and we're putting people in jail and burning it. It will bring a great sum of money to the economy and maybe the 4% will be paid.
Because if it's not legalized at the time, people smoking it in your face. When it's legalized, it is worse and you cannot tell them anything.
I think we as a people need to educate ourselves on this matter because we just make an emotional decision. Firstly, this was created by God. Do we always need to smoke it? No, we don't. There are other ways of using the herb to obtain its benefits. Alcohol and other substances such as cocaine, cigarettes, etc. are substances were also made from some of God's creations. However, they have been modified and therefore create more harm than good. I believe in decriminalizing marijuana. However, as in everything, proper structures need to be put in place.
That's it for tonight's Social Buzz. If you would like to have your thoughts and concerns shared, be sure to comment on GBN's Facebook page.
From the thought process to the visual impact, it's time to take a peek through the GBN ISA lens. It isn't Valentine's Day, but we have a heart in tonight's ISA. Our reporter submitted a photograph of a dasheen in the shape of a heart. She said she was about to prepare her lunch of provisions and mackerel when she came across the heart-shaped dasheen. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Understanding our ocean is education for life. Encourage your students to learn about marine life, water quality, sea level rise. Let them explore sciences. Encourage them through field trips and scholarships. The more they know, the better they can protect our oceans from litter and climate change. Let them rise to the challenge. The ocean is our responsibility, their inheritance, their future.
This message brought to you by the OECS Commission with funding from the Government of Norway. Remlit, tackling ocean pollution from turf to surf.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
We are taking pride in outstanding performance. We are encouraging and recognizing innovation. We are committed to continuously doing things better, with enhanced services coming soon. Yes, we are here for you. Check us out today for your financial need. GUT Credit Union, it's where you belong.
Get Ruby Gas. Get cooking. Ruby Gas, clean, safe, and reliable LPG is the perfect solution for your commercial and everyday needs. For cooking at home or barbecuing, choose Ruby Gas LPG cylinders. Available in a variety of sizes from 20 to 100 pound cylinders. Ruby Gas LPG, clean, safe, reliable. Are you cooking with Ruby Gas?
Get Rubis, get going.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again. At Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product Detox Combo Pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Once upon a time, we shopped at Wonderland, then Neverland. But we're all grown up now and no longer believe in fairy tales. So now we just shop at Shoes R Us. At Shoes R Us, we stock the latest in shoes, tops, and jeans for the fashion-conscious lady. We also carry colognes and much, much more. And for the modern trendy male, we have the latest brand-name shoes and sneakers, Converse, Reebok, Nike, K-Swiss, Puma, and much more. So check us out at our two convenient locations, Melville Street in St. George and Ben Jones Street in Granville. At Shoes R Us, we say, come shop with us.
Introducing Color by Sissons. Color by Sissons.
license.
Boys, call where is he supposed to be here? What happened to Reese?
Boy, Reese just called me there. Reese tell me she don't go nowhere.
How is that?
She said she worried because every night, as she put on she head, she dreaming and it's one set of dream.
What she dreaming?
But she dreaming about jacks, small jacks, big jacks, sprat, flyers, ball. Every night Reese dreaming the same thing.
How much is that?
By under his 11. So what that mean?
Well, when you dream about fish, you know what that mean?
No.
Well, I don't want to say it, but we see that bad way.
Dark then?
Yeah. Well, he had to be dark. Well, he had to be dark. He had to be dark. He's dark.
Dark is man.
Dark is more than man. Dark is man squared. Folks, what you know happening this Friday on We Culture, we're going to pose the question to Doc and Reese. We want them tell us plain out. We ain't want to hear that about no dream bad. That they are talking about and say, Doc. Right there on We Culture. Join us.
You're invited to tune in to Grenada Music to the World program, hosted by Eugene Gittens on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on Classic Radio 105.5, 105.9, Hot FM 98.5, 98.7, GBN TV, and all their social media platforms. The only totally local music program in Grenada, representing all genres of music. So it's Green's Music to the World on Saturday mornings from 10 a.m. to 12 noon on GBN with the music icon himself, Mr. Eugene Gittens. See you then.
All you hear the tune, all you hear the selection. So that mean all you know who's in the building this morning. I think that's my favorite. I'm still trying to figure it out. Hold on. The chorus. The tune bad. The art is badder. Joining me in the showroom this morning is the reigning four-time Groovy Monarch Shondell Amada, a.k.a. Dash. Good morning, Dash.
Morning, bless up, morning.
Oh, God bless up yourself. Thank you so much for waking up out of bed and joining us in the showroom this morning. I appreciate it. Wago, what is the latest? What happening with the reigning Groovy King?
The king day putting in the work as usual. Staying blessed and staying safe. Make sure everybody good see me too.
I like to hear that. I know you're putting in the work. We'll get into that a little bit later. But for the people who are unaware, tell us who Dash is. Dash as the artist, coming out as one of the, we'll get into the lyricist, the lyrical assassin just now. But take us back into the beginning of Dash and when Dash started out in the business.
Yeah, well, I goes by the name of Shondell Amada. Most know me as Dash. I started music at a very young age, very young. I started playing pan in the pan house. And from then, music just hit me different. And from that time, I realized, well, music is my thing. So I started listening to radio and I realized I could sing over people's songs if I heard 2-3 times. So I asked myself, if I could sing over somebody's song, well, I can write my own song and get it out there and do it to the best of my ability. That is when I pick up the pen and I started writing. So I actually started writing before I got brave enough to come forth and portray the music and portray the song, because I wasn't that brave how I am right now. So it took a while, but music was always a key. Music was always a goal, the aim. So since I was small, I was beating bucket, beating pot cover, not knowing what I was getting myself into, but just now I was just paving myself to really take on music on a different level.
Like you said, you started in pan. So how was the transition from playing pan to an artist? And I know you're still into pan, I know you still do the drumming as well, but what was the transition like from pan to singing?
Transition, it wasn't a bad transition because at the end of the day, when you play with a pan, it's a group of y'all playing music. You have different instruments, you have bass, you have guitar, you have seconds, you have cello, you have double tenor, so you have different arrangements and different songs. So the transition into music now, nothing really changed in terms of me moving forward, because the music is in my heart, music is in me. So it was just a very smooth transition, and I get to understand more about music from pan, get to understand more about melodies, harmonies, what the structure, melody, and these kind of things. So I've been in the right place at the right time, to peak at the right time.
And for the people who don't know, Dash is a Cheros man. A die-hard Cheros. What pan did you play?
I play bass, double tenor. I knock everything already, but my main thing was bass. I mean, I like the thumping. You understand? Yeah.
And picking up the pen and actually starting to put words onto paper. How easy did the lyrics come for you, knowing that was your thing, and as soon as you started, it was a easy thing for you to put the lyrics down?
It wasn't that easy. It wasn't that easy at first, because lyrics is something, as you start writing and you start putting in the work as an artist, your lyrical content and lyrical game supposed to rise. You're supposed to get inclined. For the years you've been putting in the work, you're supposed to get inclined, because you're supposed to be reading, you're supposed to be understanding and in tune with everything what's going on around the world, because people watching news, people doing this, people doing that. So you have to be in tune. As I say, I just read a lot, so it became a little bit easier when I started understanding what the people want. And sometimes you do have to think too hard. The lyrics is right there. Sometimes the simplest word, the simplest ad-lib, the simplest phrase, catch a song on fire, and that is what the people remember. So just have to be yourself and put in the work. Lyrics, blossom.
And that way you're bad. Lyrics, that is one of the things that I think set you apart from other artists. Your lyrics are not simple words. It's not just stringing two words together to rhyme. And that's why I feel like Lyrical Assassin fits you to a T. Is that something that you set out to do? Or is it that it just comes naturally that your lyrics different to everybody else?
I feel it come natural, because sometimes I just be laughing at myself with some of the things I say, because I was like, well, how you come up with that? Like, you're writing something, you get it, you're the artist, you produce it, you know what you're looking to portray. But when you sit down now for yourself and you start soaking it in, I just laughing at myself like, come on, bro, hey, come up with that. Where you get this, you know? So it does happen like that. It does happen like that. But I listen to music with strong lyrical content. I like lyrical content, you know. So listening to it at a young age and getting to portray it is a very nice thing. So the lyrics come easy sometimes, and then again, you have days, you know. Just like the seawater, tide will drop, tide will rise. You just had to know how to maneuver.
Try. Do you remember the first song you ever wrote?
Can't remember. I don't think so now. I remember the first song I ever voiced.
Which one?
The first song I can't remember the first song ever. The first song I ever voiced was a hip hop Miyake, you know. Yeah, it was in soca.
A hip hop. So you started in hip hop?
Yeah, I like all genre, you know. If I get a chance, I write a gospel. I write a country and western. At the end of the day, is music, is what I feel. You understand the vibration. So it started off with hip hop and dancehall, but soca was always it. You know?
Right.
Soca was it.
You ever thought of doing a gospel or soca album or an EP, or doing more of that genre? Or even, as you said, the gospel, country and western?
Yeah, well, I'm working on some EPs as we speak. One is 3 EPs, one dancehall, one soca, and one reggae. You know, so I just trying to get things in place and make sure everything is okay. It's not something I want to rush, because it's something I really want to continue to put the time in. I've been putting in the work. I've been clocking in, putting in extra hours. So I just want to show the people how versatile I am and let them understand. It's a different person, right, you know.
I like it. I like that you're expanding and you're showing off your versatility. That makes me feel good. That makes me feel good.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
Groovy. 4 times winning the Groovy Monarch, back to back. You're cleaning up scenes when it comes to the Groovy. That seems to be a niche.
I wouldn't say niche. I mean, a lot of people see me as a Groovy artist. But I like power more, to be honest. I like the power part more. I like, because I use the tempo. I like tempo. I like jive. I mean, yeah, I love groove. I appreciate groove. I have a lot of love for it. But the power does it me different. But the people like the groove. They love the groove again, so I'll continue giving them the groove. But I ain't stopping the power at the end of the day.
I like it. Okay, I feel it. Giving us what we want, but doing what you love as well. I could understand
that. Yeah, I do all I want, because I ain't make myself as a fan. You understand?
What is it you think about Groovy that you are so loved in it? Because it's not just you sending out Groovy song to make us groove in the fit, but you actually put it together that you're able to win the title 4 times. What do you think you have that maybe other artists probably don't have in the Groovy?
I won't say other artists do have. What I say is, what I just work on is I don't take no competition lightly. I don't sit back and be guessing. A week before the competition, I'm supposed to know everything what's going on. I'm supposed to have everything planned, everything down to a T. If you don't have everything down to a T, then it's just minor things to get on the way. And I feel it's just my work ethic, the time I put in, plus the topics. Next thing is the presentation, the whole package on stage, vocals, music, you know, everything. So you come to that package. But I feel the greatest thing is the way I attack the Groovy. I don't attack the Groovy as a groove. I attack the Groovy. I have that kind of roughness in the Groovy. I could bring it, you know, so I attack it different, but I still have the sweetness right between there, the sugar right through the line in there. So kind of like a roughness and I had like a sweetness. So you're getting the tug and pull, you're getting the sweetness. And when I'm on stage, I hear the vocals, the people go crazy. Crowd love it. Judges know what time it is. Crown.
I like it. Now that you put it into words, I could see it. I can see what you're saying about the sugar in between. I could see it now. Okay. All right. Yeah. The power. You love the power. What do you think you need in the power? Boise seems to have, well, not seems, Boise have your beat in the power. I know that is your virgin.
Boise has the formula.
Boise has the formula. What do you think Dash need to do for the power?
What I need to do? Let me be honest, I just had to keep knocking in there. I just had to keep knocking on the door for the power, because I bring some songs already, I bring some power tune already, which have vibes and have weight and have people in a frenzy. You understand? But the Groovy does be before the power. I feel most times the Groovy does take a lot out of me. When time for the power, no, I won't say I just be tired, but the main focus has be more on the groove, the main drive. You know, because you know the hardest thing is to defend, right? the hardest thing is to defend. So I just try to put my all into it. Not to say I just leave the power there hanging with no preparation and stuff. Because if you do check, the power does be well planned. I just keep knocking, man. We are the formula. The formula coming. The scientists working, so the formula's coming.
Speaking of working, COVID-19 has put a spoke in the wheel for many people. How did COVID-19 hamper you, if it did, in terms of doing what you want to do in music? You said you're working on the EP, you have your crown to defend in 2020, then walk out because of COVID-19. How did that affect Dash?
Yeah, well, I mean, at the end of the day, we know what soca music is. We know there's love is also bread and butter sometimes. You understand? So I mean, yeah, money-wise and booking-wise, everything on a standstill for now. But at the end of the day, I see it as a blessing to get more time into the music, to get more deeper into it. Because we have shows and things we constantly run into when the carnival close, from shows to shows and this to that. We love that. But you get more time as an artist to get deeper into yourself and understand yourself more. You get to put in more time into the work, meaningful time to get where you want. So I see it as a blessing. It have advantages and disadvantages, and I feel the advantages just being to get more time to actually feel yourself out and understand what you want to do. So you have enough time. So when time for material and time for content, you're solid. When the place open back up, everybody's solid. Everybody should know that for our past 2 years, the work been putting in. No big set of shows been coming in, but I've been spending more time in the studio, spending more time with myself to understand and just staying abreast of everything that's going on.
Some people on the WhatsApp are hailing you up. Let me get to that before I forget. Somebody on WhatsApp says, good morning from Dashville. I like the wake-up face, talent to the bone. You are blessed and you are a really nice, blessed young man.
Respect, I appreciate it. Big up yourself. The Ville always locked in for that.
True, eh? The Ville. Somebody else says, big up to Dash, a very cool bro. Dashville. You have a set of supporters from Dashville that second to none. How much the love from your people, and not just from Dashville, from island-wide, how much the love helps propel you in doing what you're doing?
Yeah, well, in life, they say that I appreciate things. You know? So you show appreciation. Some people show it different. But I show my appreciation for just continuing to just give them music, give them vibes, especially, you see the little things when it comes to like just bigging up the kids, shouting out the kids, shouting out the elders. You understand? I appreciate that. I give back. I appreciate the love they give me, so I just give back. I can't show no bad face, you know? So the love those don't come from Dashville alone. Don't feel just because from Dashville and you're supporting, even though you're not from Dashville and you're supporting, you're representing the Ville same way because we say Ville on it. Either you're for it or you're not with it. You understand? So I love the fans. I love the love I get from home. The love from home itself, that is a foundation when it started today. They love the Dash.
Yeah, man, we love the Dash.
Yeah,
Speaking of home, the home circle, mommy, sisters, I know you're a father as well. One, has fatherhood, how has fatherhood affected your artistry, if it has? And tell me about the support you have from mommy and siblings and daddy.
So the support home is 100. The support home is, I ain't even had to be like, I ain't even had to question it, you know? I had to question it because at times, especially when coming on to crunch time, my sister and them will call, why you good, why you need, why you this, yeah, this, everything proper, and we'll be like, stop pouring up all yourself, not about us good. We'll call back again because they know me. I'm not the type to really talk much and say things. I just do what I have to do at the end of the day when it comes to conversation. So they know me, so they'll call a couple of times, make sure everything good, and everything does be good because when crunch time, my two sisters, well, I have 3 sisters, one in the US, which is Sammy, and my 2 other sisters, Nikki and Kami, that's be by my side. And my brother that's be in the crowd making sure the flag flying high. You understand? My father just come around, mommy, don't like the crowd, but I know the support and the presence there. That is the engine. That is the engine. And I don't think father would affect me as an artist. He actually make me appreciate it more because he have enough times. I want to go to the studio, I want to go this, but sometimes I have to make sure the boss good. You know, so even when he did in my presence, I in the music, and lately I just been watching him just any little instrument he get, he joking up. Any little thing he get, he beating drums. So I feeling happy. So I just want to continue to just be around him and share that energy and that vibration with him.
Mame is one of your most successful songs. And I know you wrote it for mommy, but everybody else, including myself, hijack it for their own mothers. How much does that song mean to you to give homage and pay homage to mommy, like you said, the engine?
Yeah, it means a lot. It means a lot because I always tell people that song, there is no fiction in that song. Everything in that song is facts. It's a factual song, very real, reality. And at the end of the day, I know my mother go through those, especially with me as the last one. I give her some trouble in my early days, you know, but she never gave up on me. So when I got the rhythm from Export, I was like, nah, this song has a tribute to somebody I care and somebody I love. So I just hop on and I put a pen to paper, not just a pen to paper, I put the thoughts together, I put the emotion into it. And the song came out as one of the best songs I ever did. And it will reign for years because look the time coming up again. Mothers, they just know. You understand? So, mommy is one of my biggest students and she mean a lot to me because my mother means a lot to me. My mom, she knows that. She knows that. Mommy, if you're listening right now, big up yourself, right? And you know that it's big love all the time. I appreciate you 149%. The reason why I say 150 is because you're loading still.
I like that. I like that.
I love you from my heart. Mommy, you lost some love your body. But until you depart, this one's from my heart.
You're blessed today. You're blessed with the pen and you're blessed with the paper. Your lyrics are not simple lyrics. Have you ever gotten feedback from members of the public to tell you to tone down the lyrics or change a word because people won't understand? And how you feel about that, people trying to, what I would call, tone down your creativity?
At the end of the day, my head in hard as an artist. The first person to tell me that is FIBA. Yeah, big up yourself, Phantom, because that is where I really started. Big up. My head in hard as an artist. I listen. You understand? And when I heard enough times already, and if I check it out for the past year or so, I wouldn't say too long, you know. I just have a different delivery in the way I deliver the lyrics right now. There's certain songs you'll need to tune down, and then again there's certain songs you just need to slap it in, you know, to get your point across and to get for the people to see themselves in it. Because growing up when I listen to lyricists, when I hear certain things I don't understand, I have to pull the dictionary or go to Google to see what this means. You understand? So certain things, and I say certain things, people might not catch it one time until they sit down for themselves and they really grasp it and be like, what? That we're really speaking about? And that's the kind of effect I want to have. It's like at the end of the day, I'm still educating. At the end of the day, I'm still motivating. You understand? So it's not just big words, just putting big words in place. Big words have meaning. And big words have paint a very clear and a very vivid image. You understand?
I will tell you the song that made me really start to catch myself about what you're saying. Hit after hit. Hit after hit have some lyrics in it. It's only when you sit down, you're jumping up to it in a fit. But when you sit down and you meditate on the lyrics, I'm like, but how you come up with that in truth? It's hit after hit that really make me start to watch you with a side eye with your lyrics. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to get more from Dash, the reigning 4-time Groovy Monarch. This is the showroom on Good Morning Grenada. We'll be right back.
Didn't get far, they shout to me. Come the new year, Dash have a lot on your back, or you're carrying all the weight.
Bruv. Hello? I can't see you.
What's good?
But I can't even hear you.
Yo.
Hello? Hello? Ah.
Okay, I see you. I'm good. I'm coming in.
Ah, there you are.
Live the experience right now. Enjoy high-quality video calling today. Stream, upload, and share with Digicel super fast LTE network. Visit our stores today and live the experience today. Digicel.
How going on, boy?
Hey, good old things.
Hey, Daisy.
Yeah.
Boy, line, boy, your house looking a real good day.
Boy, it's thanks to the hard-working and professional staff at the Housing Authority of Grenada. They handled me real nice. They did my plan, they did the construction, and I didn't even have to worry about a thing. They were there with me every step of the way, supervising the job, asking me about my concerns, giving me feedback as the house took shape. They were there from start to finish, and even put the keys in the palm of my hand. I give them an A++ for customer service.
Oh, it's people from housing bad, boy.
Boy, not bad. Excellent. If you're thinking about constructing your home, why not consult the Housing Authority of Grenada? You could visit them right down in the Sandino complex, or give them a call, 440-1015 or 440-1016. Or check out their website, hag473.com. They go handle you. They go jog your blocks, they go draw your plan, they go tote your materials. Hey man, where you going? The Housing Authority of Grenada is your choice for affordable housing and a stress-free construction experience.
Do you know what time it is? You guessed right, it's detox time again at Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Purchase our 7-day cleansing pack for only $500. Includes everything you need for a complete total body cleanse. Cleanse your blood, kidney, liver, and colon. This cleanse will help you lighten up and get rid of the excess. Also available are our special product detox combo pack for only $100. Try our single detox products starting from $40. Check us out now. Belmont St. George's, close to the Fall Edge area, or call us on 231-6642, 449-7753, or 418-7115. Nirvana Natural Health Clinic, Detox Center, and Natural Health Store. Detox, your way to health.
Job every damn day. Hey, this one of us stupid bunks are coming down, walking up and drop.
Welcome back to the showroom. Well, good morning, Grenada. We're talking with four-time Groovy Monarch Shondell Amada, aka Dash. I like to say it so. Dash. You have a vibe.
Yeah, you have to say it to that vibe, because it's a vibe.
It's a vibe. How you come up with that name Dash, by the way?
That's Kino American.
Them that come up with Dash?
I didn't come up with it for myself. I hear it on 2 occasions. First, I hear it from my Kenneth. She's in the States right now. And the second occasion was Kino. Where he just told me I shot like a 60-meter dash, and that was it. Click. Yeah.
You shot like a 60-meter dash?
Yeah, that's much I chat anymore.
That's funny. I like it. Good morning, Kino. And that's the next thing too. Kino, I know he's one of your brethren. He's like a brother to you. And he's a poet. Working along with Kino and putting your music together. How does his poetry help you put songs together?
You're just being around him and just hearing him say certain things. Just being around the whole energy, not he alone. Because it's not just Kino alone, because me, Kino, Jefferson, Mikel, all of us come out in the same panels, in the same area, same surroundings. But being around Kino is a vibe, yeah, because the humor, as I say, is a poet and a lyricist. I don't think nothing too far, nothing. The gap between them ain't too far. You understand? Because at the end of the day, it's words. You're looking for words to paint a picture and bring across a message. And sometimes we go back and forth, just giving each other talk. There's conversation and conversing and lyrics up and down, and sometimes Bupe just stop and we laugh, and he gone in the bag, I dip in my bag, and he creating his stuff, I create my stuff. And to be honest, Kino, not just a poet, Kino is a full-fledged artist right now, because Kino put in the work as well. Big up yourself. Yeah, so
I agree.
It's a vibes being around him, man. He's a great dude, man, a great friend.
I agree. Really. And I like to see y'all's relationship. Do you have a favorite song of yours?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to choose, and if I had to choose one, I'll say the book.
Why the book?
It's just different. Just the way it was created, how it was recorded, where it was recorded, what was going on at the time. You just have people just talking sometimes. Just yap. No facts. Just So you say they want to write a book on us, so they have to write the truth. But if they have to write the truth, we will provide the pen and the paper, not literally the pen and the paper. Like, bro, we doing good, glorify us. Now only Juba ready to drag down. uplift sometimes, So if you want to write a book on us, write the truth on us. And the song was recorded outside in a little wall structure. Me and the producer, Hudson, just vibing it. So it was different. The energy was different. We were saying we getting the power from the sun them time. We end up laughing. And when we sit down and we really take in the song, it was like, wow, we come up with a masterpiece. And that mean a lot to me because at the time I was down in terms of energy. But to see that I was down and I could still get that kind of grind, that kind of vibe and that kind of soul out there, it make me appreciate it more because I wasn't 100 at the time.
Smash another one, people jumping, getting out of hand. They want to write a book on us. They want to write a book on us. Tell them write the truth on us. On the road to the truth, we start burn up. Position, my play, we jumping up. Cause we like to party. Exalt the days on the almanac. Yes, we do it all day.
Do you ever get discouraged or daunted doing your artistry?
Never. This is more than, it's just more than for just, man, I don't even know how to put every day words to describe the passion I have for music. 24/7 I sing in it. 24/7. I carry the music where I go, anywhere I go, literally. So it's passion. So even though when things don't seem bright, I'm breaking my spirit because I love her for it. And most of the things I achieve in life is because of music, So the love and the passion, nothing can daunt my spirit, nothing can break my spirit, nothing can stop my song without nobody words, nothing, and I'm saying it loud and clear. Can't happen. Won't happen. Because I know myself and I know the passion I have for music. I don't care what nobody say when it comes to that. The love and the time I put in is reciprocated with the music you see I put in out. So ain't nobody breaking that spirit. Never.
I like it. I'll keep that. I keep it. I really like that. You're also a member of the RGPF. How does your role as an officer help you with your music?
Well, when you're out there in the field as an officer, you see a lot of things the normal person might see. I hear a lot of things the normal person might hear. And then that day as an officer, you have to be very confidential. So sometimes I do on a job and things might pop up, situation might pop up, and I might just take one like a word from the sentence and just log it to my phone. And when I go home, I work on it because it's music again. And the impact I have right now, I'm presently attached to the South St. George Police Station due to the time of the COVID. So the band members split up to different stations. And down in the South, I do a lot of community patrol, like going to the communities, talking to the guys on the block, normal. Well, I come from, I's a grown man, as the people say, on the ground. So I have a good rapport with most of the fellas on the ground. And the kids, I'll pass in the schools, I'll talk to the parents, I'll pass if a parent says she have some problem, but take the information, I might just visit the school, I might just visit him with the parent and just have a chat. So I do what I'm supposed to be doing as a police officer, but at the end of the day, it's music and it's a whole package, So as I say, I give him back. I give him back in whatever way I could give back. And I feel like it's one of the biggest ways just to help motivate and to guide and mold. I'm willing to do that and I'll continue doing it until I'm here no more.
Is it hard not transitioning, but being a police officer while being an artist? Because it's very easy for us to be familiar with Dash. If I see you in your uniform, I won't want to call you Officer Ahmad, I want to call you Dash.
I ain't have no problem with that because at the end of the day, they see me performing and they see Dash and it does be advice. Sometimes I go on a report and on the posting and sometimes they say, I'm going to say, boy, look Dash, boy, relax yourself, Not to say it's something I look forward to, but at the end of the day, people know and they appreciate and they see. So when they see, they act different and they give off a different energy. Sometimes it's difficult because sometimes when I'm trying to do my work, sometimes they calling or they balling out at it. But at the end of the day, it's love. It's love. So you just, I take it as it come in a blossom. Yeah, I take it as it come. Once I can deal with it and I can handle it and it hampering me from doing my work causing hindrance on my performing my duties, I take it as it come, I deal with it as a cool chap, as a cool customer. I don't let things get to me as much. Understand?
Understood. There's a question on the Facebook that is in line with my next question. The person on Facebook asks, well, they say Inspector will be seen as a complete Calypsonian, winning every competition in the business. The question: would we see Dash on the big stage competing with the likes of a Black Wizard and Scholar? Would we see Dash on a Calypso stage as well too?
Yeah, it's been in the making. About 3 years now, it's been in the making. As I say, it's timing. You know, I always believe, my grandmother always say everything have a time. Timing for everything. Go fall in place. And not to say I've not been writing Calypso music, it's just that the transition from soca to Calypso is not that hard. I just want to make sure, I just don't want to just jump in it like that. I want to make sure when I jump in, I'm solid. Because I want to come in Calypso and a second and third. I want to win. Understand? So making sure I'm solid before I step in. I don't come in and wet my toes and then halfway in. When I'm kicking down the door. You understand?
Right.
That is attitude.
Okay, I'm looking forward to Calypsonian Dash in short. Notice I say short future. What's next for Dash? You mentioned you're working on your EP. I know last weekend you were on the Sister Isles. Hint, hint. I'm putting your business on the streets. What's next for Dash in the business?
It's just more music, man. More visuals to the music, as we're in a time now we can really access the stage. So we need to put visuals out there so people can get appreciate the music more, get a better feel, actually see themselves in the music. You know, so we're working on more visuals and not just soca music alone. You understand? It's just continuous work, man. Music on a whole, just asking for more strength and more life, more guidance to just continue doing it. And put music out there to please the people, please the fans, and also please myself and chat my course.
Another Facebook question: has your attachment to the police band helped in any way with your musical career or development?
Skyrocketed. Yeah. It I feel when I enter the band, that is when I start understanding more about the music. Because again, you're going to be around musicians who music 24/7. You know, because I was asking many questions when I came into the band. How you making one skill, and from one skill you create different skills. How you splitting chords, what is a minor chord, what is a major chord, what is the effect you're looking when you get a minor chord, a diminish, and them kind of thing. So being in the band really, it just it skyrocketed the appreciation for music and the understanding. So big up all the members of the Grenada Police Force band, man. Big all up, always big supporters as well. You know, they just push me hard too. Really.
You say you don't want to rush the EPs, but do you have a date when you want to release them by?
I don't have a date, but I'll be doing the dancehall first before anything.
Why? Why the dancehall first?
I just my way of it. I can't explain. I mean, there's energy I'm feeling.
There's a feeling.
Energy. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll go with the energy.
If things change. But for now, is that.
Okay. Go with the energy. So far, your energy have been leading you on the right way. So stick with the energy. I look forward to them. Dash, I want to thank you so very much. I totally enjoyed this conversation, learning more about you outside of just listening to your songs, learning about Dash the artist this morning. I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Rasta. Have a blessed day, and to all the listeners, pick up, stay blessed. Drivers on the road, be careful, be vigilant. There's school children outside, so just be safe and be vigilant, and we do the right thing and stay safe, everybody. One up.
One up. Villanelle, thank you very much, Dash. Enjoy your day.
You too, thanks.
The reigning groovy monarch, Sean De La Mata, a.k.a. Dash. Like he said, you had to say it to the vibe. Dash. Appreciated this morning. I'm feeling it this morning. You see, over the past, since January, we've been having the showroom featuring our local talent. And it has been a pleasure. I just wanted to share it with you guys. It's been a pleasure for me learning about our local talent. It's outside of just hearing their music and hearing their songs. Actually learn, how they're thinking, some history about their careers in the business. And it has really been a pleasure learning about our talent. This showroom continues every Friday. And like I said, it's not just our musicians. I am also looking at our music producers to invite them into the showroom. Our local actors and actresses, our local painters and artist drawers featuring our local talent to shine the light, bring them into the showroom so they can really share with us who they are and share with us the stories of their careers. So it has really been a pleasure for me, and I thought I should share that with you, how much I am enjoying doing these interviews, this series since January. Wait, no. That's 3 months now. What? Yeah, how much I've been enjoying the series. It has been a pleasure. And I want to thank all the viewers and listeners who tune in, not just to the showroom, but all the programs that we host here at the GBN. Without you, there'll be no us. And I love that you all can participate and share with us and share your thoughts, ask your questions, and just participate and be a part of the family. And I appreciate it. And I just want to tell the viewers, the listeners, thank you guys so much for tuning in morning after morning, day after day. It is always a pleasure. All right, and with that, I'm going to close off the televised portion of Good Morning Grenada. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're getting ready to join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. It's Open Line Friday on To The Point in just over an hour and 5 minutes to be precise. So gather your thoughts and gather your comments and get ready to call us or message us. Open phone line on To The Point at 9. In the meantime, let's join the BBC for the 8 a.m. newscast. Enjoy the rest of your fabulous, fantalocious Friday.
Somebody tell them